Making sure our feet are hip width apart, knees are nice and soft, tailbone tucked in, and just breathing in from the waist up. Take a nice deep breath in and release. Bring the shoulders up and round and down, and head nice and high, and just tuck the chin in a little. Okay, and just keep your eyes closed if you can. Just take a few moments for yourself just to arrive in your bodies, in your minds. And just going with the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Imagine that you've got roots coming down, down into the ground from your feet. And at the same time feeling nice and light in the head. Imagine that your head is reaching the sky. And just taking a few more deep breaths here. And again, we're just going to start with a little bit of balance. So just moving a little bit weight going into the toes, back into the heels. And just moving one foot into the other. So just exchanging some weight, feeling grounded and yet light. And with that, we're going to just go in a circle with the feet. So just using the feet to ground ourselves. And in the other direction. And just back to center, just checking in with how you're feeling now. Finding just your middle, finding a bit of balance here. And we're going to take one more deep breath, holding that breath, squeezing all the body. And gently releasing on the out breath, nice and slow. One more time, bringing the shoulders up. Feeling all that tension, cleansing the jaw. Feeling into that tension. And release. Rolling the head around. Nice and slow. And in the other direction. And coming into the shoulders. Taking a nice deep breath in, coming up, breathing out, coming down. And really releasing on that out breath. Using the whole of the back, all the upper back. Leaving that tension in the shoulders. And coming forwards. And breathing in, breathing out. And using the arms, nice big circles, getting that energy flowing. And rolling back. And from here we're going to take our nice swing just to open up a little bit more energy and really enjoy this movement. Coming up a little bit higher with the arms. And from here we're just going to do some nice twists. Twisting from side to side with the back, and this really helps to release some more energy. And just letting go. We're going to make a little fist here. We're just going to send some of that energy into the lower organs, waking up the kidneys and the liver. And coming a little bit nearer to the lungs, taking some nice deep breaths here. And back down. And just take that a little bit slower. And just give your hands a little shake. Take a little stretch, reaching up. Imagine you're climbing that ladder. And just coming into prayer, relax the shoulders. And we're going to stretch to the side. And the center. And the side. And the center. And the side. And center. Side. And center. And release. Let's take a few nice hip circles here, bending the knees. So we're opening up the hips. And to the other side. And take a nice stretch here. To the side. You can lift the toes up. You can just about see my feet. Take a little stretch of the toes at the same time. Just about see. There we go. And the other side. So stretch those toes. And one more time. Release, other side. And release. We're going to go forward, so make sure you're keeping a nice straight back. So we're not working with the lower back, we're taking a nice straight line, bending the knees, using the legs. And coming back, keep the chest open. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And let's just hold it here. Have a little smile, wiggle the toes. And let's come into our goddess pose from here. Take a nice deep breath in. Make sure your feet are well adjusted, bending the knees, coming down, holding it there. Feeling strong, feeling centered, breathing in, breathing out, just seeing if you can get that little bit lower. And breathing in, using that inner strength, coming down further. You can come up onto tiptoes, squeezing the palms together. And bending the back to come out of that pose. And just give the ankles a little roll. And the other side. And the other foot. And the other side. And just coming up onto tiptoes, stretching the arms, keep the shoulders down. Keep the tailbone tucked in. And coming down, bending the knees. We're going to come back onto tiptoe here. So making sure you keep a nice straight back. A bit like when we get ready for our tutu shimmy. And coming up. Coming down. Bending the knees and then bringing the heels up into tiptoe. Nice straight back. Last time, coming up, coming down. Make sure you're feeling that in the calves. Coming up onto tiptoe. And coming up. And we're going to take a nice back bend from here. So slowly coming down, keeping the knees nice and soft. Our aim is to get our thighs nearer to the chest, so that it doesn't matter how far down you go, you don't have to touch your toes. And just letting go of the head and shoulders. Taking a breath to come up halfway and release. And slowly coming up with the breath. And the last thing to come up is the head. Okay, so hopefully we're feeling a bit more stretched. We've had a week off. So, getting back into the fold. Right, so we're going to start with arms today. Just stretching out the arms a little. Some of you may have been working during the week, so you may have been using the hands if you've been on a computer, using the shoulders. So let's get rid of that tension. Okay. Just going to put you back on mute as well. Oh, where have you gone? Okay. Let's just mute you all. Okay, hopefully everyone's here by now. Hopefully all your techno stuff is working. Nice to see you all. Okay. Right, so let's just start with hands. So we're just going to stretch the hands out, making sure that we've got our nice belly dance posture here. And just stretching up, so bringing the palms up. And we're just going to turn a little bit to the side and the other side. So if you haven't had any time to do any downward dogs, this is a great movement just for getting into the wrist a little. And let's just take some rolls here. So really rolling the wrist. And in the other direction. So again, sometimes we forget about our hands, so remembering how important they are to us. And let's just make a fist, and we're just going to release that fist. And just shaking that all out. Letting go. Let's take a few rolls of the elbow here. Relax the shoulders. And in the other direction. And just bring that shoulder up. And release. Other side. So really just stretching out that palm. And stretching up. So a nice downward dog pose. And just take it to the side a little. And the other side. And let's just take a few nice wrist rolls here. And in the other direction. And making a nice fist and releasing. And stretching that out, getting that blood to flow. And just shaking that out. And let's just get some of that circulation in the elbows. And in the other direction. And coming up on the shoulder. And release. And we're just going to go with the nice fluid movement that we've been working on. So let's just start with bringing the wrists in and then slowly bringing the hands in. Coming out with the wrists, coming out with the hands and the fingertips. So you can do this movement technically by thinking about what comes next from the wrist, coming up to the tip of the fingers and coming back again. Or you can just imagine this as a wave, just a nice fluid wave. Or imagine you're stroking something like a tiger, your favorite animal. And let's just bring that into the above the head. And let's just go around the face and coming down, coming up. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Coming up. Don't forget about that lovely belly dance posture. Keep that tailbone in. Soft knees. Breathing in as we come up. Breathing out as we come down. 2, 3, 4. Coming up. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Little movement in the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Okay, lovely. Right, now that our arms are all stretched, I've got a nice new song for you.